Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Thursday, August 4, 2022. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon here on a boiling hot, sweltering 97-degree east coast of the United States, at least up here in the Northeast. That's the temperature. Today, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida suspended a prosecutor who was popularly elected because the prosecutor said he was not going to enforce Florida's abortion law. This is obviously a very liberal Democrat, the prosecutor. The governor is a very conservative Republican. The prosecutor is one of those prosecutors, you heard me talk about this in the past couple of days, who was financed by George Soros. And now when I say financed, I mean his election campaign was financed by Soros. Florida is a state where prosecutors are elected. Judges are elected too. I have long been against this model. In my opinion, when you get appointed judges, you get less political and better quality judges. When you have appointed prosecutors, you tend to get more serious law enforcement types like Rudy Giuliani or Chris Christie, though that's the federal system, than you do when prosecutors are popularly elected. So this popularly elected prosecutor, liberal Democrat, whose campaign was financed largely by George Soros, announced that he would not enforce the Florida abortion law and would allow abortions to take place in Florida, even though they violate the law. When the governor learned this, here's what he said, actually just a few hours ago.
And so when you flagrantly violate your oath of office, when you make yourself above the law, you have violated your duty, you have neglected your duty, and you are displaying a lack of competence to be able to perform those duties. And so today we are suspending State Attorney Andrew Warren, effective immediately.
I think this was a political stunt by the governor. There are a lot less bombastic ways. I mean, he went after a mosquito with a sledgehammer here for him to address this. He could very well have said, we are appointing a special prosecutor to prosecute those in Hillsborough County. I believe that's the county where this fellow Andrew Warren was until a few hours ago, the popularly elected prosecutor. We are appointing a special prosecutor to prosecute those who violate the Florida abortion laws, and the cost of that federal prosecutor will be deducted from your budget, Andrew Warren, rather than kicking him out of office. He's been popularly elected, and he's the person that the people in that county want. On the other hand, the governor's pro-life, I'm pro-life, most of you are, and I understand the impetus to want the abortion laws enforced. Here's the problem. Prosecutors are not in the position of deciding what laws should be enforced. That is a policy judgment. Policy is made by the legislature. When the legislature says all abortions after 15 weeks, which is what it is now in Florida, and it's about to go down to 5 weeks, all abortions after 15 weeks are unlawful and criminal. That's the law. And when you take an oath to enforce the law as the governor, as a judge, as a prosecutor, you don't have a choice. You enforce the law as it was written and as the courts have interpreted it, not as you want it to be. So the prosecutor was wrong to announce that he was not going to enforce the law, and he was wrong not to enforce the law. But there are softer ways, more respectful of the will of the people of this county than what Governor DeSantis did. We'll see how this ends, and we'll see if he suspends any more people, and we'll see if Florida's abortion law is enforced as it should be. Judge Napolitano for Judging Freedom.